Yeah, it's
I don't. You don't have to.
I,
You don't have to say anything else. You can just leave it at that. Because that's putting you in a spot, and we can just leave it at that. It's just
it's
that
not
guy
putting
is
me in it's not putting me in a spot. I see what he posts online,
okay.
and I mean, like yeah, obviously. And to be honest, the first year we had him, I kind of didn't. I did my research, and he's obviously a big part of the. He's an OG, and he's part of the developers, and we had him. The second year, I actually didn't want them, and he reached out to us, and he wanted to come because he's originally from Mississauga or somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. The thing is,
You don't have to say
we
too much, just in case don't want to burn
I
bridges too.
I I I I'm not gonna burn bridges. Like I try to be an open book as much as possible, but I, like if people want to see him, you know, we're trying to be an open forum as well. No matter what his opinion is. But yeah, it's once you start censoring people, it's a slippery slope as well. So, but yeah, I hear where you're coming from.
Yeah. All right. I think we could just dive deep because there's a few stories that I want to talk about on the Bitcoin side of things. And the first story I want to discuss is there's this core versus not this drama is taken seems to have taken a darker turn this past week. And it was revealed in a Twitter Spaces, X Spaces. Portland Hoddle was talking on stage. And give some background here. He's an employee of Marathon Digital Holdings, that very large Bitcoin mining company that does stuff under, not really under the table. They have that slipstream where you're able to do shit that's not broadcasted. So they have their own MO. Marathon Digital does, and so does Portland Huddle as well. But anyways, he was saying in X Spaces that there is the potential to do a pseudo denial of service attack to NOTS users. And the attack would essentially make it that NOTS users would be pushing out more data than they would normally push out. And that would put a strain on the user's ISP. A lot of people have unlimited bandwidth, unlimited transactions they could do. Some people don't. That's the reality of it. But from what I gather, this type of attack is not specific to just knots, right? It's simply targeting knots that are on ClearNet. Those that are not hiding on Tor. And those clients, like all clients, they broadcast their identity, who they are. Knots clients does that. Bitcoin core clients do that. They all do that.